Hello everybody and welcome back to another Beyblade X unboxing video. This will also be a marathon battle video, so I'll try to keep the review brief of UX19 Bullet Griffin. I'm gonna keep this brief because there's only two major parts we're gonna talk about, and that's the main blade itself. Without further ado, let's get to looking at the front of the box. Here we have the Beyblade demonstrating its gimmick. And the gimmick being is that this Beyblade splits into two mid-battle, as shown at the back of the box. And the blade does have a balanced stat. And now quickly moving on from the back of the box, we have the included launcher with this really cool blue and red pattern it's got equipped. It is a longer ripcord here, so it will give you a bit more power in your launches if you do decide to use it. Now we'll move on to the actual Beyblade itself. And as usual, we'll start off with reviewing the bit and work our way up. The bit being Hexa. Hexa we've seen before, that came out with Hell's Hammer, and this is a really good balanced type bit. It's not really a balanced type bit. I'd say it's mostly a stamina type bit with, again, high burst resistance. So really good bit. Wish we got it in a different cooler color, as again, the one that came with Hell's Hammer was also red or orange, I think. But yeah, not much to say besides really good bit for stamina combos, or I guess balanced as it's supposed to be for it. Now, we'll move on to the main attraction, and that's the main blade. There is no ratchet at all for this Beyblade because this Beyblade splits in two. I do have a gripe about this, but we'll look at the two sections of the blade first, before we continue. The bottom of this Beyblade is extremely round and has the Griffin. I think this is considered the Griffin part of Bullet Griffin. And it's very stamina focused. It's kind of light, but combined with the top half, it becomes quite the heavy beast. Only thing is, I have seen people complain about those prongs that keep the top half in place. About being damaged pretty easily, and I'm not sure, but I have battled this off screen, and there is already, yeah, I think it's right there. There is already a little damage on this Beyblade, but really cool gimmick, and I'm excited to battle with this. But we'll look at the top half next, being Griffin, the more attack-oriented part of this blade. I say blade twice. As you see here, it's got more of attack wings here. They're not entirely aggressive. And I guess the bit, or the performance tip, if you want to call it, that pops out is a pretty wide flat. I'd say it's about as wide as a regular flat. So a springy flat type bit, and it's incredibly short. This is a short, thin Beyblade, which is a good thing because you want attack types to be short to snipe those ratchets. And again, this part's more attack oriented. Now, the one problem I have with this Beyblade is the locking mechanism is pretty weak. Like, once it stays together, it does not require a lot of force to fall apart, which I guess could be a good thing or a bad thing. Let's fully assemble this thing so you can just see how it looks together. I think it looks really cool. All built together like this. This is a pretty tall combo, but you can't really do much about that if the camera wants to focus. Besides putting a lower bit on it, but again, I think the bit that it has on right now is pretty good, as you want Beyblades to hit the rounder part for stamina, and of course this will pop off eventually, revealing the the gimmick with the two Beyblades. Really cool gimmick. I just wish this mechanism was so tight. Like, I'm barely putting any effort into that. Like, I'm gonna barely touched it, and it pops out like that. And I guess that's a demonstration of the Beyblade's gimmick. But that's my only real issue, as you'll see in the battles that we'll do very shortly. This thing flies off the moment it is touched. I'm not sure if it's the copy that I have or anything, and I'm sure a lot of people will like the fact that it actually pops off during a battle instead of staying attached. As you know, if I want to see this gimmick in action, but I wish it was a little tighter on there. But in short, I think this is going to be a really good Beyblade in general, with this really round, flat stamina part, and then of course the very low attack type sniping ratchets of other Beyblades. So very excited to battle with this. And now, without further ado, we'll battle with this thing. And real quick, before I forget, let's weigh all the parts. Starting off with Hexa, should be around 2 grams, 2.6. The bottom half, almost 30 grams, 28 grams. And then the top half should be around the same. Ooh, it's a bit heavier. And all together, I think this is the heaviest Beyblade we have out so far, and that's 63 grams, almost 64. I think this is the heaviest Beyblade that's out currently. But again, this thing flies off immediately, so it's kind of, I think it kind of balances itself out pretty well. But anyways, now without further ado, let's get into the Beyblade battles. All right, as usual, I'll pull out a random Beyblade from my collection. We'll do 4 battles, and then from there, we'll continue on. And first Beyblade up is, oh, Leon Crest. We'll see how this performs. See what I mean? I don't know, maybe it's my launch technique that does that. Oh, but there's the ratchet sniping that I said earlier. All right, I'm gonna try to launch it lighter. There you go, it goes flying. Like that ratchet. As far as I understand, if the taller piece keeps spinning, that means the Beyblade's still in the game. Or Griffin's still in the game. Which that means Griffin just won. All right, okay. I'm gonna try to take out Bullet. There you go. And then again, if the bottom piece, Griffin, is still spinning, it's still valid. But now there's a whole less Beyblade in here. And it won. Again, that round stamina blade is doing wonders. All right. Oh. It's attacking himself. Bullet is attacking Griffin. It still works. All right. Moving on. Our next Beyblade is gonna be, what is this? Oh, I haven't thought about this in forever. Fox. Brush Fox, I think. Fox Brush, whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention in the mini review that Bullet's performance tip doesn't have any teeth at all to grab onto the extreme line. Oh wow. Oh wow, I'm surprised Bullet didn't go flying off there. Whoa! That was cool, and there was no contact for that. So it just slipped off by itself. Oh, knocked Bullet out already. Ooh, dude, Bullet Griffin's looking real nice. Oh. I think this might be the first time this like dual split Beyblade gimmick, ooh, that was a tie, has been done really well. I think this will perform well. Moving on. What is this? Wow. Wizard Arrow. What a weird name for the Beyblade, Wizard Arrow. Oh! I think that means Bullet Griffin lost. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure to the rules. Wow. That's Bullet Griffin's first loss, and it was to Wizard Arrow. Hold up. Alright, Ratchet Snipe. Must have been a fluke the first time. Dude, this Beyblade's so cool. I really like Bullet Griffin. It performs well, and it's just cool to watch. Oh, wow. Seems like stamina types, even the mid ones, are giving Bullet Griffin a struggle. That was kind of a weird launch. My bad. Ooh, is Wizard Arrow hitting the plastic prongs? I think it is. Is it? No, okay. I think it's barely missing the plastic prongs. No way! Alright, moving on to... what is this thing? Oh! Soul Eclipse! For all of you wondering, I believe Soul Eclipse is in Smash mode or Upper mode. I totally forget. One of you guys are smarter than me, or at least remember more than me. That was kind of a lighter launch. Whoa! Oh, I think that... oh yeah, Bullet Griffin definitely lost. Ooh, big hit. It's kind of unfortunate Bullet can't ride the extreme line. Look, got it. I wish it did have teeth, but that'd be hard to make. Switching modes for Soul Blaze, or Soul Eclipse. Now Soul Eclipse is in this Smash mode, I think it is, with this gap in between. Huh. What? Wow, Bullet just knocked Soul Eclipse off balance. Seeing that activation is so cool every time. Oh! That was really quick for Bullet to lose stamina. Uh-oh. It's looking pretty rough. Alright. Moving on to... shuffling... what is this thing? Oh my goodness! It's Drawn Sword. We'll see how the OG goes against Bullet Griffin. That was my fault. I launched that pretty bad. Oh, that combo to knock it into the pocket was insane. That was a weird launch too. I'm still counting that one though. Whoa! Man. Moving on. Let's get a new one out. What's this? Oh, Hell's Chain. That was a lighter launch. What? Oh, that's the microphone. I thought my Beyblade broke. And knocked the microphone out of its little... Ah, whatever. Griffin already lost anyways. Wow. Okay. I was gonna say Bullet hasn't launched out yet. Oh! Immediately knocks out Bullet. Will Chain take this win? Again, Griffin's very round, so... Ooh, it did. Oh, knocked itself into the pocket. All right, let's move on. Let's try to get a competitive Beyblade in here. All the Beyblades Spawn gets is kind of mid. What is this? Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about this in forever, but I love this Beyblade. Tyranno B with its Quake bit. The bouncing bit versus the bouncing Beyblade. No! I need to launch harder. Dude, I love Tyranno B, even though its performance sucks. I mean, the blade's good, but the tip sucks. Whoa, I launched that really weird. I tried to give it an angle, but I gave it like a back launch or whatever you want to call it. Come on, Tyranno B with the Quake bit. No! All right, up next, grabbing from the top. What is this thing? Wow. Ghost Circle. And I think Ghost Circle weighs as much as Griffin does without the top piece. So we'll see what outspins what. Ghost Circle the counter. All right, didn't get ratchet sniped. No way, Ghost Circle won. That was my fault. I launched that really weird. It's cool to watch. We'll do another one. All right, the stamina match. This is what I was hoping to see. What outspins what? Both very rounded Beyblades. Uh-oh. All right, seems like Ghost Circle has the more stamina. I keep flicking it backwards. That's my bad. I'm still counting this though. Whoa! Will it get ratchet sniped? I don't think Bullet has enough speed to do anything. No way! Okay, we're gonna do one more. No way. Okay, I was gonna say, I think Ghost Circle did have a lucky few matches. We're gonna do one more. I wanna see if I can get a good, like, recent release. What is this? Oh, this is recent-ish. Emperor Might. and we'll go in defense mode to begin with. Right away, separated. Uh-oh. Emperor Might is way too heavy. That Emperor Might did not move at all. What the heck? It got separated before it even came off the launcher. That one doesn't count. That was a lighter launch. What? That almost hit me. That launched out of the stadium. Oh my goodness. That was a bad launch. My bad. Oh, all right then. One more time in defense mode. Emperor Might, I mean. Man, Emperor Might is not budging. Alright, we'll do 2 more with Emperor Might in attack mode. No way, I picked this up and it popped off. It wasn't even clicked in. It just popped off. I guess that's kind of a burst, but it didn't come off, so. There's surprisingly very little contact there. No activation yet. Bullet, there it goes. I think that did way more harm than good. Doesn't matter. All right, should we do one more? How long has this been going for? One more. Grabbing from the top. What is this thing? Oh. Do we end it off with night? What is this? Night shield? Yeah, sure. Why not? That was a really light launch for me. Man, that bit. I keep flicking it backwards. Sorry, guys. Force of habit, I guess. I did it again. I'm trying so hard not to flick the Beyblades towards the camera. All right, executive decision. We're picking another one, and I'm picking it. I want to see this Beyblade go against Pegasus Blast. Whoa, Griffin versus a Pegasus? Come on. Come on, that has to be cool. All right. Whoa! Oh, with the burst from Bullet. Oh. Huge hits from Pegasus. But that driver from Pegasus lacks huge stamina. There was no contact there. I launched it flat with a decent amount of power. Just the aura of Griffin did that, I guess. Dude, look how clean I launched that. Look at that. It's spinning perfectly. Sorry, I don't even know how I'm just so confused after that. I'm baffled. All right, last battle. Oh, huge hit. Whoa. Ended it off with a bang. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. That was pretty cool, pretty awesome. I'm very happy with the performance. Again, we did battle with some pretty mid-performing Beyblades against the Bullet Griffin, such as Wizard Arrow I mean, the blade of Tyranno beats good, but everything else about it sucks. This is good, but it's kind of been outweighed now. This is dookie. Mid. I think Leon Crest is decent, at least by competitive standards. Very light, round. I think Soul Eclipse is pretty good. Again, mid, and pretty much the only high tier Beyblade that it went against, it kind of struggled against. It struggled to move Emperor at all. But I'm still very happy with the performance. It did not completely get washed, but again, it did go against some pretty mid Beyblades, and as you saw before, the Beyblade's activation of the gimmick is very sensitive, very sensitive. Let's look at the damage on the prongs. It did see some earlier. That prong's okay. This prong got kind of beat. This one got the most beating, it seems like. You got a big hit there. But so far, it's alive, and I had a lot of fun making this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I have no idea if I will do this kind of combo review battle video. I don't know if that makes the Beyblade video too long, but I had fun making it. And I feel like everyone's reviewed this Beyblade already, but very little people have already battled with it. I haven't seen much at all with it. And I like the bounce mechanic. I don't know. I think this Beyblade does have potential. Maybe with a different bit. But even with the bit that it currently has on right now, I think it's a pretty good Beyblade and a pretty fun one to watch. Without further ado, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.